If you were a fan of the TV show Cheers, you remember the theme song that said, "It's the place where everybody knows your name and they're always glad you came." I'm a member of the Spring Arbor Free Methodist Church, and it's a pretty large church. So I'm often in a situation where I'm either introducing myself to someone or being introduced to someone else. Knowing how hard it can be to remember new names, I try to make it easy for the other person by telling them, "I'm the garage sale lady, just remember that." Meryl Streep famously says in the movie Out of Africa, "I had a farm in Africa." Well, we have a garage sale at our church in Spring Arbor. It's the mother of all garage sales. It's humongous. It's tremendous. It's stupendous. And you're all invited. I'm going to give you a little history of the sale, tell you a little bit about the planning that takes place for it, tell you how the week of the sale flows, and then tell you what we do with the money. So first, the history. Over 30 years ago, a small group of ladies at our church got together and decided that a good way to raise money to send overseas to the mission field would be to have a garage sale. So they pooled their merchandise together, and one of the ladies held it in her garage. I think they made about $1,000, which over 30 years ago was a lot of money, right? Still a lot of money. Fast forward to 2002, when our church asked me to head up what has become a much larger event. By this time in 2002, it was taking place in the gymnasium at our church. So that in that gymnasium, if you've been in a church gymnasium, you know how big it is, wall to wall filled with all the things that you find at a typical garage sale, only more of them. It was very well organized, and so with some fear and trepidation, I agreed to do it, relying on the help of the experienced volunteers who come back year after year to work. Today, the event fills the entire east wing of the church. So it's the gymnasium and all the surrounding classrooms in that area. And it spills out into the north parking lot and the bus garage behind the church. We have 20 departments of merchandise, and 14 years later, I'm still in charge. I live for the sale. I love the sale. For months in advance, I shamelessly promote the sale. I even plan my vacation time around the sale. That's why everyone at church calls me the garage sale lady. Planning for the sale begins every year in April. That's when I reach out to the people who were in charge of a department the previous year to make sure that they're on board to do it again this year. Hopefully they are. Department heads have the very important job of scheduling workers in their specific area for all of sale week, Monday through Saturday. And once the department heads are in place, the other planning begins. Extra tables have to be rented, volunteers recruited, publicity has to be planned, more volunteers recruited, facilities requests have to be submitted, more volunteers recruited, arrangements are made for pickup of everything that doesn't get sold during the week, more volunteers are recruited, and a large dumpster is rented. We do have standards, and believe it or not, there are some things that are donated to the sale that aren't even worth selling for a quarter. Did I mention that we recruit a lot of volunteers? Last year we had over 200, ages 9 to 90. We need volunteers to distribute merchandise that's dropped off to us. It has to be sorted, folded, in some cases cleaned, organized, priced, bagged, and sold. We need greeters, cashiers, pickup and delivery crews, gophers, photographers, a setup crew, a cleanup crew, and a kitchen crew that will provide snacks to the workers, make sure there's plenty of iced tea and water, and keep it clean. It takes a village. This year's sale will be July 28th to the 30th. On Saturday before sale week, a small group of us will gather at the church and set up all the tables, hang the signs, the pricing signs on the walls, make sure that there are enough pens, markers, calculators, aprons, masking tape, and plastic bags for everyone. Then on Monday and Tuesday, items are dropped off, donated, to be sold. Wednesday is our final organization and any pricing that has to happen. And then the sale opens Thursday morning at 9 a.m. and we always have a long line at the front and back doors every year. It's so fun. Friday, most everything inside the building is buy one, get one free, and clothing is $2 for any clothing that you can stuff into a brown paper grocery bag. On Saturday, we're only open from 9 to 11 a.m. and everything inside is free. Yes, you heard me right. Everything inside is free. And whatever is left for sale outside can be had for rock bottom prices. At 11 o'clock, Goodwill arrives. They bring a couple of trucks and take away whatever we don't sell. Then inside the building, we put the tails down, take them all down, take the signs off the walls, put away all the supplies, and it's kind of like the movie The Sting. If you didn't know what happened there that week, you'd never know what happened. It's really incredible. Now that sale week is over, you're probably saying, okay, what did you do with all the money that you raised? All the proceeds from the sale go to local and global missions work during the next 12 months. There's an executive board that considers requests and authorizes disbursement of the funds that go to work teams, missionaries in the field, micro-enterprise projects, local agencies that serve the needy, and even emergency needs that arise from civil wars and natural disasters like the earthquake that struck Haiti several years ago or Hurricane Katrina. In the last 5 years alone, the sale has raised over $130,000, and it's all been given to groups locally all across the United States, Latin America, the Dominican Republic and Haiti, Africa, the Middle East, Europe, and Asia. In conclusion, a lot of people at my church think I'm crazy for wanting to do what I do over and over, but I believe I was given an indescribable gift in 2002 when I became the garage sale lady, because it's changed my life. But it's so much bigger than my life. Lives all over the world are impacted by what we can do with dollars raised from selling some used clothing, books, toys, tools. I'm out of time. I know. So, I hope you'll all come to this year's sale and see for yourselves what it's all about. And while you're there, browse the merchandise, because I'm sure we'll have whatever it is you're looking for. And while not everybody will know your name, we'll always be glad you came.
Brilliant, thank you. Chuck, give us a minute, please. I really hope you find something to be passionate about.
When I practiced, I was always.
I'll give you 30 seconds.
Oh.
We don't have a minute.
Oh.
Oh, yeah.